yeah. Here we are, sitting in the studio. Me and the two loveliest ladies in broadcasting. But I just want y'all to know they are more than just pretty women. They smart as whips. I mean, they just know they stuff. And if you don't know what you're listening to, you are listening to Brawls, Panties, and Sports. And this is Spitface. I am here with the First Lady of Sports Talk, the one and only Cheryl Smith. I got CJ out of Chi-Town, and she didn't bring no ribs to the set this week. So I'm sitting up here nibbling on my nails. Well, we do have some cookies and stuff in the back, but, you know, I put them in the back of the freezer. We got the Shimmy Shake Girls, and let's see. Now, check out the music this week on Shout Out. We are featuring Street Corner Renaissance, where they find they shining star. I'll get the cold feel of the mute button. You know, last week they was muting on the First Lady and CJ. They was leaping over each other to hit the mute button. So, no, not last week. That was that bad artist we had before. We had Melissa Bell last week. They liked that. All right, it's time for the old school giggy. Check it out.
No stems, no seeds that you don't need. Acapulco Gold is
badass weed.
Cut. How'd that sound to you?
Hey, man, that was far out, man. We got to cut.
Yeah, that sounded pretty good to me. I think we can wrap it up.
Oh, I know, man. No, I want to do it again, man.
Again?
Yeah, man, like I had a thing to do, you know, where you talk, man, when a cat talks. I got a thing to say, man. I was going to say it, but I forgot it, man.
You want to do it again?
Yeah, man, let's do it again.
Okay, all right.
Hold it, give me a joint, man. Give me another joint. Okay, far out, man. Okay, we'll get it right this time.
Yeah. All right, let's try it again, huh?
Okay.
Ready?
Yeah.
Acapulco Gold filters, take 403.
Now, this some bad weed.
Hi there, folks. Smoking more now, but getting high less? Try new Acapulco Gold filters, regular and menthol. Acapulco Gold, just a stony 3 hits longer. And be sure to save the groovy coupons on the back. How do you think I got this? Out-of-sight hash pipe. But don't just take my word for it. Listen to what Ashley Roachcliffe of the Jefferson Hair Pie has to say.
Hey, that's right, man. You know, I really, man, cat's really down here where it's at, man. Nah, man. I want to tell you, every time I lay some of this gold on my friends, man, they light it up, man, and they just take one toke, man, and they look at me and say, Roach, this weed's a motherfucker, man.
Oh, now you can't say that in there. You know that's not you. That's not right.
Hey, man, what you want now? Good grammar or good taste?
All right, listen, we'll keep going. Remember, folks, it's Acapulco Gold, a herb superb, long in the leaf and short in the can. No stems, no seeds that you don't need. Acapulco Gold is
badass weed.
Cut. Listen, we can bleep out that other part. I think it'll be okay.
Hey, that was all right, man. Did you like that bit?
Yeah, that one I'd love to do.
Yeah.
That was good.
Hey, that was far out, man.
That's all right. Okay, good. Let's
hang on, man. Hold it now. I mean, I dug it now.
All right, that was the old school giggle. Well, we might have had that in an earlier, but that was an old school giggle way back. Now it is First Lady. I know you've been waiting. We ready. What you saying? First Lady. We got First Lady's technology working right.
I'm working now.
All right, okay, we got our technology working right. Go for it.
Each week we try to figure out what is going on in the sports world. Not the plays of the week, more like the players of the week. Are they trying to tell us something? So we ask, what you saying? Fly, little birdie, fly. Time keeps on slipping into the future. Time keeps on slipping, slipping, slipping into the future. So I want to fly like an eagle to the sea. Fly like an eagle. Let the spirit carry me. I want to fly. Fly right into the future. The little birdie known as Jay Cutler has decided to fly far, far away from the world of being an NFL quarterback. Many Bears fans say, bye-bye, Birdie, bye-bye. And I mean bye-bye. Is that the feeling really justified? Or is Jay simply another quarterback taking the heat for a team that was simply not very good and lacked talent or direction? Tony Romo is lauded as a potential Hall of Famer because he has stats all over the place, but none of his stats translate into playoff appearances, let alone wins. Is Jay Cutler the victim of the bad news Bears and Tony Romo the beneficiary of the Jerry Jones marketing machine and rabid Dallas Cowboys fans? Becky Hammond, Nancy Lieberman, Jen Welter, and the Steve Miller Band are asking, what you saying? First of all, I could never say that Jay Cutler is a victim. I just can't say he's a victim, especially of the bad news Bears, because if anything, Jay Cutler created the bad news Bears for the last 3 years, because that's how bad they've been. I mean, Jay Cutler and the Bears, in the beginning, they didn't have a losing record when Lovie Smith was there and was the coach. But the only problem with they didn't lose, but they only been in the playoffs one time, and that was in Jay Cutler's second year with the team. So I really just can't absolve Jay Cutler for some of the Bears' problems. I mean, earlier in his career, he had a good team, but he was just unable to propel them to the playoffs the way they should have been because their team was actually good. He had some weapons on his team. He had Marshall. I mean, they had a great defense. Remember, the Bears had like one of the number one defense for years. It was their offense that was failing. And Cutler just never proved to be a leader. He couldn't never lead his team in the big wins. He always made excuses and never accepted the blame. He always showed this non-caring, non-competitive attitude. I mean, it's just a problem with Jay Cutler when you look at him. He just don't care about anything. So, I mean, team management, yes, they made a lot of mistakes, within the past years, and they still continue to make mistakes because they drafted Trubisky when nobody says he was the number one pick or number two pick. However, they do make mistakes. But again, I can't call Jay Cutler a victim because of his bad attitude. And it's always been Cutler's biggest problem. Now, Tony Romo, he's the exact opposite. On the surface, he was a great leader. He was very spirited. He just had a lot of rah-rah in him. But the problem was Tony Romo was inept. He just couldn't get the job done. I mean, he just couldn't get it done. But when you look at him compared to Cutler, I guess Romo would have been a better leader. Now, I don't know if I would say that Romo benefited from Jerry Jones marketing. I mean, the Cowboys were always a beloved team. Everybody loved the Cowboys. So, I mean, they were at one point the U.S., they were the Americans team. That was their label. But, I mean, Romo is a likable guy. He just, for some reason, never showed the ability to win the big games. And if you look at their record, Romo has only really won one more playoff game to Cutler. But, I mean, Romo has a chance to go in the Hall of Fame because he was well-liked by the media. Cutler won't go in the Hall of Fame because he didn't have the numbers anyway. So I just don't see him to be a victim, and I don't see Romo to be benefiting from Jerry Jones marketing. So Dizzy Mac, Dizzy Mac, I'm calling Dizzy Mac. I mean, Spitface, what did you think about this situation?
Well, first off, First Lady, look, if Jay Cutler was called the Tony Romo of the NFC, and them, if you switch them, Jay Cutler would be, instead of being called aloof and not competitive, they would have said he was Cool Hand Luke. Because the rabid Dallas fan, all of a sudden he cool. You know, nothing rattle him. He don't get caught up. See, you know, you can, you know, the Jerry Jones marketing machine, look, they done had fans watching a losing team, not making no playoffs, making bad decisions, bringing in female abusers that only got off the hook because they paid them enough money to disappear. You know, I mean, my man digging deeper than Tony Soprano. And you know, and for some unimaginable reason, no, it ain't unimaginable because it's Dallas Cowboy fans. There should even be a hint that, well, because he's got some stats, he might make it to the Hall of Fame. BS. Booty squat. Tony Romo has been the absolute beneficiary of the Jerry Jones marketing machine and the rabid Dallas Cowboy fan. Any other team, if he was on Cincinnati with the kind of record that he got, they would not be talking about how great it is. Because Cincinnati got a quarterback like Tony Romo. Ain't winning no big ones, but at least he been getting to playoffs to lose. You know, he might flip one. You know, every night you get 1 out of 10, you won. You know, at least you got one. Tony Romo, you know. So, now, like I said, if you switch teams, the personality that everybody was digging, that Jerry Jones and his marketing machine, they would have made, and the rabbit cow, they would have made that a plus.
A plus, okay.
That would have been a value.
Okay, so you
now,
think that Jerry Jones is really marketing? Okay.
Hey, I put it like this: the Oakland Raiders with their losing asses, they fans were like, look, as rabid as they were like, look, y'all bad. Dallas Cowboys. Dallas Cowboys.
I want to go to somebody who's from Chicago. I know you from Chicago originally, but this person is in Chicago. So, what are you feeling about the Jay Cutler situation, CJ? Do you think he would have benefited from being in Dallas?
I am not the majority speaker here. I will start this off that way. I know there's so many fans. However, he just never had the gumption to take up his own responsibility, just like you said, First Lady. Because he had the baddest defensive line, an offensive line that was trying to go along with him, but he kept getting them hurt. And then when he would get hurt, he just sit on the sidelines.
Mm-hmm.
And say, oops. And those interceptions, I mean, how many can we get? Mm-hmm. Didn't he have the world record now? For the most? He just threw the ball, just give 6 more points to him. Yeah. No problem. But he's got a kid now. Or 2 maybe. I know he's got at least 1. And he needs to eat, so he's going to go and try and be on the other side, on the TV side now. And that can help keep down some of the jokes. Because if he's sitting there with them, he's still kind of big. He's still got muscular. They just can't be telling those little Cutler jokes in front of him. He might get upset, and we'll have Jerry Springer on ESPN. Stay tuned at 5. Because he's not going to just sit there and take all of those jokes. So it's a good play for him. That's the reason it works.
So you think being on the broadcaster side is a good place for him? I mean, how can he criticize anybody? How can he criticize anybody? He was just the work when he was playing.
No, but he's just trying to save his own little skin because they've been talking about him so badly. Every week last season, everybody had something to say about him.
Well, now he can say something about the other people.
So now he can squash at least 3 or 4 minutes of it. They're going to bring up his statistics and his records. He's going to be turning red. It's going to make great TV.
Okay, that's why you think they got him. Great for TV.
Yes,
All
it's
right,
great
well,
TV. It's for the ratings.
we'll see how
It's
Mr.
for the
Cutler
ratings.
do. Hopefully he'll do a better job of being a broadcaster than he was a quarterback. All right, Spitface,
He's
over
going to
to
be
you.
just as quiet.
Don't call it a comeback. I've been here for years, rocking my peers and putting suckers in fear, making the tears rain down like a monsoon. Listen to the bass go. Boom. Explosion overpowering over the competition. I'm towering. Wrecking shot when I drop these lyrics that'll make you call the cops. Don't you dare stare. You better move. Don't ever compare me to the rest that'll all get sliced and diced. Competition, paying the price. I'm gonna knock you out, huh? Mama said knock you out, huh? We are not talking about Jessica Mendoza, Amanda Hopkins, or Kelly Masters. We are talking about the knockout punch LeBron and company are about to land on the Toronto Raptors. If the series ends in a sweep for Cleveland, does it say more about the champions' chances of being in the finals or more about Toronto being a long way away from ever seeing a finals, let alone a conference championship? Even if somehow, some way, Toronto can give it all and avoid a sweep, is it a foregone conclusion? It will be Cleveland versus Warriors, too. Is Cleveland simply the beast of the East, and when they meet the Warriors, Rockets, or Spurs, will find they had a false sense of superiority, beating weaker, did I say weaker competition? Catherine Smith, Sarah Thomas, and Justine Siegel are asking, what you saying? First Lady, I'm looking at this. I was kind of rooting for the Raptors. To take it a series, make it and because the Canucks, they've been loyally supporting they little NBA team, and all they've been getting is some titillating. They just been getting, just a little shiny object like that. Look, we got a couple of new, because they done had some, actually some good players over the years. And so they have not had I just say like nothing but scrubs. They have gotten some legitimate good players and who kind of push, been but they just haven't got to that steadiness where they could actually be like strong enough to seriously compete, be a number 2, 3 at least, at the end of the season. So they just got some more things to go. Now, I'm beginning to think that as far as if Cleveland does sweep them, don't mean nothing. It ain't really get foretelling nothing. All this saying is that Cleveland is playing a team that just ain't there yet. Not that Cleveland is so superior, they just ain't there yet for the big time. So if it had been, if they had to face Boston, it still would have been pretty much the same, outcome. One game away from a knockout punch. So I don't think it's a foregone, it's really saying anything more than that. Now, I do not think that it's a foregone conclusion that it will be Cleveland Warriors 2. There is, I put it like this. I smell a little big head coming out of Cleveland, and I don't mean LeBron. LeBron got hardware, to show. Look, I can be, because I done damn the done thing on 2 teams. I'm here every year. But some of his side honchos, I don't know. I'm worried about it. CJ,
Yes.
Cleveland, Toronto. Thinks it's a little false superiority complex might be going on.
I'm not sure. Like you said, Cleveland and the Warriors. It might not happen, It might not happen. That might not be the story, only because of my little feelings on it. But, you're probably right. You're probably right. As far as who was it? Levon, what was his name? What was that boy's name? I forgot that fast.
Kyrie?
No, they look like little boys. What's his name? La Boy?
Oh, what you talking about? Who he plays for the Celtics or he plays for the Toronto?
I think he played for Toronto.
Oh, Kyle Lowry? You talking about Kyle Lowry?
No. Skip it.
Right.
Oh, brain freeze.
All right, well, I don't know who you're talking about.
Yeah, that fast, man.
Personally, I don't think it matters who you're talking about in Toronto because they're not going to win. I mean, really, CJ, no one's going to win on Toronto. I mean, come on, Toronto. I mean, I'm very disappointed in Toronto because I really thought that they added Serge Ibaka and P.J. Tucker, and they were going to do much better. And they was going to give the Cavaliers a competitive series. I wasn't going to say they were going to beat the Cavaliers, but at least they were going to be more competitive because if you remember, the Cavaliers were struggling at the end of the season. I mean, really, they were struggling. You didn't know what they were doing. It was actually spiraling out of control. So it just shows you that the fact that Kyrie and James and Love, they were rested so many different times during the end of the season. So it kind of showed that the team wasn't really together because of the fact that they really weren't playing. But now the fact that they're playing well, I mean, the Cavs look like a well-oiled machine. I don't really see how any team in the East can beat the Cavaliers. So, Spitface, you said it was not a foregone conclusion. I disagree with you 100%. It's a foregone conclusion that the Warriors and the Cavs will be in the finals. And it's finals, actually it's 3.0 because this would be the third consecutive year that they will be in the finals, and it's going to be the rubber match. Warriors won the first series, Cavs won the second, came back from a 3-1 deficit. So now I think we're going to get both teams hopefully at full speed. I mean, the full teams, and both of them playing real well because they are definitely the elite in the league, and it's going to be a darn good series finals. I just hurry up and can't wait till we get to it and just get rid of all this preliminary games. I mean, at this point in time, do you think the Warriors are going to lose a game? I don't even think the Spurs can beat the Warriors because the Spurs is struggling against the Houston Rockets. So
that's so true.
It's a foregone conclusion.
All right, you heard it from the First Lady. Foregone, but First Lady, take us to break.
The first two listeners to email us or send a shout-out while the ladies are grouped together will receive a $25 gift card from our partners at NFLShop.com and a $25 gift card from our new partners, Victoria's Secrets. Now, your hint is breakthrough. That's your hint, breakthrough. Stay tuned. Coming up next, we have a performance from Street Corner Renaissance on the first part of Shout Out.
That's right, breakthrough.
Breakthrough.
Now, if y'all can't get that hint, tough. All right, the music flows in from around the world to get a shout out from the panel. First Lady, I can't wait to hear the music from Street Corner Renaissance.
On Shout Out, we feature new independent artists who are looking to find their shining star. If we like what we hear, we'll give the track a shout out. If we don't like it, we hit the mute. Today, we have Street Corner Renaissance with their album, Street Corner Renaissance. And the DJ, now let's hear the song. Now, they're going to sing Billie Jean. Are they talking about the same Michael Jackson Billie Jean? But anyway, DJ, let's hear it.
Yeah.
Is your name Tory Brandon Reese?
My name is actually Torrance Brandon Reese.
Well, this is for you. You just been served.
What's this? A summons? Oh, hell no.
Check it out. She was more like a beauty queen from a movie scene. I said, don't mind, but what do you mean? I am the one who was there on the floor in the rock. Told me her name was Billie Jean. She caused a scene. Every head turned with eyes that dreamed of being the one who was there on the floor in the rock. Yeah. People always told me, be careful what you do. Don't go around breaking young girls' hearts. And mother always told me, be careful who you love. Careful what you do, till life becomes the truth. Billie Jean is not my love. She's not my lover. She's just a girl. And that I'm the one. The kid is not my son. It ain't my baby, baby, baby. I am the one. You know what you're trying to do. The kid is not my son. No. Yeah, for 40 days and for 40 nights, going on her side. Who can stand when she's in the man, her scheme and plan? Cause we dance on the floor in the rock. So take my strong advice. Just remember to always think twice. Don't think twice. Oh, she told my baby we danced to three. Just looked at me. Showed her baby crying eyes look like mine. Go and dance on the floor in the rock, baby. People always told me, be careful what you do. Don't go around breaking your girl's heart. And mother always told me, be careful who you love. Be careful what you do. Cause the lie becomes the truth. Billie Jean is not my love. You're not my lover. She's just a girl who claims that I am the one. You know what you're trying to do to me. It is not my son. That baby don't even look like me. She said I am the one. Stop the light. That kid is not my son. No. Billie Jean is not my love. I'm not your lover. Billie Jean is not my love. Don't even know your name. Billie Jean.
I just heard it somewhere.
I'm not your lover. Billie Jean is not my love. The baby ain't mine. Billie Jean is not my love. You better leave me alone. Not my love. I'm messing with my life, baby. Yeah. Not my love. Messing with my time. Billie Jean. Not my love. Messing with my mind. Billie Jean. Not my love. Billie Jean is not mine. She's not my son. Oh, he's not my son. He's not my son. Well, I'm not the one. He's not my son. The kid's not my son. The kid's not my son. I'm not the one. Kid's not my son. No. Kid's not my son. Kid's not my son. No. I'm not the one. Kid's not my son. Kid's not my son. Kid's not my son. I'm not the one. Billie Jean is not my lover.
All right. That's the Street Corner
All
Renaissance with a remake of Billie Jean. So let's go to the panel to see if the song is going to get a shout out or hit the mute. CJ, who did you think of Billie Jean?
I've got to give a shout out. That was the Steppers cut from Chi-Town. You know, it was moving just like old school Chicago. The harmony, the beat, the bass part. We used to do that on the Rainbow Beach.
All right. That's bringing up great memories for CJ.
Yes.
Spitface. Do you agree with CJ? You're going to give the track a shout out?
But I'm gonna get a track a definite shout out because anytime you can break down and do some acapella, and for you folks who listening who don't know a I from a capella, what that mean is no instruments other than the voice instrument. That's right. See, some of y'all, the only time that y'all remember that was back when we had the Fat Boys, and they and they was doing their thing. But other artists, perform with the voice as an instrument. So hey, got to give them big props for being able to produce that and that they had their rhythm down. They was good.
Mm-hmm.
But CJ, it was not Rainbow Beach that had the spot. It was the Point.
It was the Point. They had the
Point.
best.
The Point was jamming.
Oh, okay.
The Point was jamming. Shout it out.
Shout it out. Well, I agree with everybody. I'm definitely going to shout it out because that's where they get the name from. Street Corner Renaissance. Reminds you back in the 50s when the boys are on the corner doing their doo-wop. They did a doo-wop version of Billie Jean. I mean, that's something else. I enjoyed it, and like you said, the harmony was excellent. They got their act together, so I can't wait to hear them singing in the second part of Shout Out, because they will do another performance from us from the Street Corner Renaissance. I can't wait, and I think my favorite underwater friend, he can't wait either. Is it time for Flip It?
They call it Flipper, faster than lightning. Know what you see is smarter than you. And we know Flipper lives in a world full of wonder, flying there under the sea.
All right, it's time for Flip It, where our hosts defend a point and then flip the script and defend the opposing view. Ballers, shot callers, we are talking about LeVar and Lonzo Ball. Do they have a chance to be as big as Phil Knight or Kevin Plank? And for those of y'all who don't keep up with the business side of making money in sports, Phil Knight of Nike, Kevin Plank of Under Armour. Now, Shaq and MJ are undoubtedly rich, but someone said this: Shaq is rich, but the man who signs his check is wealthy. So, hey, somebody trying to be that big. So, defend Big Ballers at $495 for a pair. And Lonzo has not won anything in the NBA. Is this too much too soon? When I'm looking at the situation, the Ball family is on the ball. They on the ball. But timing is everything. And sometimes you jump too soon. You shoot your load too early. And this is a situation where it's a big roll of the dice. Because what you're trying to say is that what they trying to say is that my man is going to ball so bad, so tough, so deep, that he's going to unseat the king, LeBron James. He going to blaze farther than, I'll just say, the most dominant NBA player of his era, and still, got props, MJ, and catapult himself to a degree of financial wealth unparalleled by an NBA player. So, I'm looking at it and I'm going, that's a whole lot when you ain't, played yet. You dealing with strict, you dealing strictly with potential, probability. It's going to happen. That's a lot of pressure to put on anybody. But, hey, you know what? I ain't hating on them, but I think that, you need a strategy that just don't have you jumping the gun this way early in the game. So I'm saying too much too soon to be trying to sell some gym shoes at $495 and you ain't won nothing in the NBA. CJ, marketing wizard that you is, defend too much too soon.
It's not too much too soon because you're talking about
CJ. Remember, this is flip it. You got to defend too much too soon.
Okay.
It's not. We haven't flipped it. On the other side, then you flip. You go. This is the first part of flip it. You defending that it is too much. You figure that out.
It is too much too soon. He hasn't won anything. He hasn't. He has the only thing he has is an idea. And he has a dream. And in his dream, he's going to do it.
All right, we got the defense from CJ, First Lady, defend.
The problem is Lamar Ball, the father, is just making a menace of himself in the NBA. Dennis the Menace? Well, it's Lamar the Menace. I mean, I understand that he wants to create his own sneakers for his son, Lonzo, but he should do it the conventional way that all the other stars have done it, like Magic, Shaq, Kobe, LeBron, and his earless Michael Jordan. Just sign a contract with one of the big name sneaker companies, and then you branch off to your own brand. If Lamar can get it, I mean, he can. If Lamar can ball, I mean, we know not Lamar, but Lonzo. I'm getting so confused with all these darn L's, so many balls. But if Lonzo could ball, then he can branch off and get a brand like Michael Jordan did. But Lonzo hasn't done a damn thing in the NBA, and he didn't even have a great tournament. If you remember when he played against his peers like Malik Monk and De'Aaron Fox, they scored mega points off of him. He didn't really have a good game. So Lonzo just, and Lonzo's not even going to be the number one draft pick. He's not even going to be the number one draft pick. So how can you promote a $495 sneaker in his name? I mean, the problem is Lamar is just hurting his son's image. He's hurting his son's pocket. And, in general, Lamar just needs to shut the hell up.
All right. Now you heard the defense of too much too soon. So we're going to flip the script because this is Flip It, where we flip the script and defend the opposing point of view. No risk, no reward. Strike while the iron is hot. Now, this is America. We do the damn thing. We go against the unconventional and fly high. Tell us that we can't do it, we find a way to, if we got to go over the mountain, if we got to go around the mountain, if we got to drill through the mountain, or we just stay where we at and create. That's the American way. I feel, I feel a little tear coming to my eye, and I see the flag, blowing in the wind, flapping. Entrepreneurship is the American way, the way we do capitalism in this country. Ask the president. We ain't messing around. We could take on the world. If my man, hey, he said he tired of being a slave. That's right, a slave to the would-be powers that control the sports industry. Nike had to start somewhere. That Nike wasn't nothing but a gleam in someone's eye because Converse had the business. Yeah, that's right. See, y'all forgot about Converse. See, it used to be, well, you got to go to Converse. They the one. And Nike said, we going to do our thing. So I'm going, Brother Ball, you own the ball. If you don't get out there, if you don't, somebody going to do it. It's going to be somebody going to have the new one that's going to knock Nike off, that's going to knock Reebok off, and they'll be the new ones. Why shouldn't it be Big Ballers? Why can't it be an American company? Come from, our state. Why I got it? We don't need no Puma, no overseas folks. Build that wall. CJ, defend.
I'm just disappointed in a way that he's making the gym shoes $495 just to be a big baller shot caller when people are dying because of these prices of these so-called gym shoes. They're supposed to make you play basketball so much better for a job that's only how many slots in that job to wear gym shoes? That's my problem with it's a product. He's selling that his product is going to be the best. So if he can get 50 million to say yes, he's the best, then he's going to be the best, even if he loses every season. As long as they feel cool wearing them, man. That's all that's going to matter. As long as it's cool to wear them, he'll be fine. He said he had some flip-flops for $220. I wish a teenager would tell me to buy some flip-flops from $220. They're going to make my feet feel awfully great. Just fantastic. So, no. I would like to see what he's going to give back with his $495 per pair of shoes. Is he going to be like Michael Jordan and not give us anything? But, yeah, thank you very much. And, I'm anonymous. I give anonymously because if you knew how much I gave, you wouldn't even believe it. Because I wouldn't believe it. Because if everyone gives as much as they say they give anonymously, then how are all these kids out here in the world and so much violence and so much hatred, not eating, being hungry? I think that's what they should address. And maybe that's wrong of me to say it like that. And I don't know if that's the flip it or the re-side of it. But we got to do better. We just got to do better.
All right, we've heard CJ's defense of the view. First lady. The final word is always the first ladies.
I don't care what you say. Lamar Ball is a marketing genius. Now, he probably won't get a significantly large amount of sales for his $495 sneakers, but guess what? People are going to buy it, and Chad Ochocinco, as a matter of fact, has already purchased a pair, well, ordered because they're on pre-sale. So the thing is, people are going to be talking about his sneakers. Everyone is talking about the $495 sneakers on social media, on national sports shows, and the local news. So guess what? Big Baller Brand is getting a lot of free advertising, and the $495 sneakers is creating a buzz. It's creating a big buzz. And as a matter of fact, I looked at the sneakers, and you know what? They are actually a good-looking pair of sneakers. They damn sure look better than the Steph Curry first pair that he did for Under Armour. If you remember those ugly, plain-looking sneakers Steph Curry came out with for Under Armour, my goodness, they probably need a Lamar Ball on their designing team. So, the fact that you create the buzz about the sneakers, that's marketing 101. Everyone is now aware of his brand. And for people like me who are curious, I went on the website. So other people probably are going on the website. So they may not buy the $495 sneakers, but guess what? They may buy some other stuff because I was looking at the caps. The caps are very nice, man. He got a leather cap on there for $100, but it's a bad looking cap with a BB on there. So I'm considering that, but it is a little bit pricey. So that's the buzz. That's the marketing genius. He's going to get people to talk about it, and we're going to go and on the website, and guess what? We're probably going to end up buying something. So I mean, I can't fault Lamar Ball. He knows what he's doing. He knows how to create wealth for his son. Guess what? He is a big baller.
All right. We always give the final word to the First Lady, and First Lady, that's why you get to take us to break.
Stay tuned. Up next, the funnies and our favorite underwater friend on Flip It Part 2. Keep
and
on
you youngsters don't even be thinking y'all gonna get some $495 gym shoes. Well, again, if your daddy happens to be, one of them people who's wealthy, not rich, you could hang with it and stuff. But otherwise, you come bring your little butt up to me talking about, I'm gonna be going, look, you better get you a job. If you didn't hear the funnies from last week, I ain't got no spare change.
Big ballers, man.
Go get you a spare job. You on your own.
Welcome back. You are still listening to Bras, Panties, and Sports. It's time for the funnies. Spitface, over to you.
All right. First Lady, CJ, I think we got a little something interesting for y'all today. Authorities, smuggler disguised heroin as oversized buttocks. Custom officials in Arizona said a woman attempting to cross the border from Mexico disguised $45,000 worth of heroin as her buttocks. U.S. Customs and Border Protection said the 47-year-old woman, a U.S. citizen from Arizona, was referred for further inspection Tuesday when she attempted to cross the border from Mexico to Nogales in a pedestrian lane. The woman was searched, and investigators discovered she had nearly 3 pounds of heroin worth more than $45,000 strapped to her backside and inside her pants. In other words, around her ass. The woman and the seized drugs were turned over to U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement Homeland Security investigation. Gosh darn, the water is splashing on you. It must be time for our favorite underwater friend. It's time for Flip It, where our host defend a point and then flip the script and defend the opposing view. With the NFL taking a backseat to the NBA, we wonder, who has the better commissioner? Panel defend. The NFL commission has shown a remarkable ability to make owners, players, and agents hate him. Wonder why his name isn't in this line. Adam Silver, NBA commissioner, is much better. Well, one of the things that I see with this is that I have not seen a commissioner who is supposed to be in the back light, who's always in the front light, and nobody ever liked, the results. Nobody. Even if the result is in favor, the way he do it, you look like the bad guy. You don't even like the result. His whole handling of domestic violence, come on, Big Daddy. Showed like, dude. Now, Roger Goodell is like, he's like, look, I don't know about marijuana in the league. He needs to smoke a joint. Get a new perspective. Because he be coming up with some decisions where you wonder if he was smoking some weed. Dude, is this good for the, sometimes, you get so caught up into the legal aspects of things that, you don't realize that it's better to let that one go. And see, the NFL commissioner, now, I put it like this. I am so glad that the NFL commissioner is not a justice on the Supreme Court. Because that boy got one view of the law, and that view of it is we gonna squeeze every ounce of the law in our favor. Now I don't blame him, he busy, but sometimes you got to look at the overall picture and go, is this hurting the game or is it helping the game? Oh, I'm gonna take out, I'm gonna sit up there and have deflate gate over some bullshit. Whether you like the Patriots or dislike the Patriots, come on, commish. Now, Adam Silver has come into the NBA and he got it. He said, man, look, my job is not to be the big disciplinarian unless I got to. My job is to make the NBA look good. How can I make the NBA look good? And these other issues, how can I keep them low key? Well, you keep them low key by not making crazy decisions that piss off everybody. So the NBA commissioner is the better one. Adam Silver, keep doing your thing. Keep doing your thing. CJ, defend the NBA commissioner is better than Roger Goodell, the NFL.
Roger Goodell is always trying to do the best thing for his organization. It's just that he's on the old traditional thoughts of what makes a good organization. And nowadays, it's just not flying as well. Back in, I would say 30 years ago, he would probably be the one that everyone would be like, yay, he's our man. But there's too many of them that's hardly left to be able to be on his side. That's the reason why it makes it seem like Smith is such a better guy, because he's not doing anything. He's not really saying anything. He can get along with anybody. I thought about it when he was sitting next to that other lady. They know that they were just at each other's throats. But they sat there so calmly, and they discussed their different views so eloquently that you just saw that kumbaya moment. I think that's what everyone is trying to see with Goodell, is that what the kumbaya moment with Smith. Whenever that happens, then the media and everybody else will be able to go on their merry little way. So. All
right, kumbaya. I forgot the lyrics to the song. It's been so long.
Hey,
First Lady, defend Adam Silver is much better.
Of course, Adam Silver is much better. He gained the respect of the players, the NBA players, when he brought down Donald Sterling. I mean, just from that day on, Silver could do no wrong when it was in the eyes of the NBA players. He is so much loved by the players because, he looks out for them. The negotiating for the new contract, come on now, that went without a hitch because Silver recognized that the money needed to be spread around so it's a win-win situation for the players and for the owners. Now, Roger Goodell, he don't give a damn about the players. His only alliance is with the owners. He has done nothing positive for players. What has he done for players? I don't even remember anything Roger Goodell has done for a player. The only thing he's done is discipline them. Discipline them, take them to court.
Traditional, old school.
What has he done? What has he done?
I agree.
But Silver, he's considering starting the season earlier to eliminate the fact that players have to play so many back-to-back games. I mean, that's nice. I mean, like I said, he's always looking out for the players. He's his own man. He don't even care if the owners are against him. And even if the owners pay his salary, Adam Silver is truly going to make decisions that are best for the league. He's not just a puppet man for the owners. I mean, that's the main reason why he's so much better than Roger Goodell. Because Roger Goodell, I mean, that's all he care about is what he has to do for the owners. He's definitely a much better commissioner than Roger Goodell. Adam Silver all the way.
All right. Now you heard the strong defense for Adam Silver. But this is Flip It, where we put on our Perry Mason role and flip the script and defend the other point of view. Adam Silver is more likable, but Roger Goodell makes his players, owners, agents, and coaches the big money. He is better. One of the roles of do you want a commissioner who's Mr. Nice Guy, who you can, have warm showers in the middle of the night with? Or do you want a cold, steel-blooded player who going to maximize the money all of us going to make? Now, they may not like his style. They may not like that he going to haggle on every point. But the NFL, players, owners, agents, coaches, water boy, referees, the guy that puts the chalk on the sidelines, they all happy because of one big thing. Roger Goodell bring in the dollar bills. Dollar bill, baby, dollar bill, baby. So in this land of milk and honey, he bringing in the milk, the honey, a side of bacon, scrambling some eggs, sitting you up an omelet. And if he had to swap your butt down so that the league make the max money, because he done got some deals. You sit up there and you make so many deals that that other companies got to fire people so that they can keep paying to show your product. You doing something right. So, I go, Adam Silver, oh, you little sweetie, you just such a nice guy. But Roger Goodell, I want that cold-blooded negotiator who gonna bring me the top money. And hey, I got it, players. Sometime my man come down a little heavy-handed, but he watching out for everybody's money. So he going, hey, look, if now he woke up a little slow on that domestic violence thing, but you notice that even if you start getting a little whiff that you're a little tired, you might get dropped quick, fast, and in a hurry. CJ, defend. Roger Goodell, the better commissioner.
Like you said, he's the better commissioner bringing in the bucks. He's a better commissioner now that when things are brought to his attention that he knows will affect the bucks, he will then deal with it. He's traditional. He's going to be there. It's going to be his way, that way, always. That's fine. Smith, we wish we could see more of that in him. If he would get a little tougher, maybe. He's doing it, but he's doing it in as the old folks would say, he's a little passive, but he's getting the work done. He's getting it done. It's just a little slow, but he's getting it done. He doesn't have that to the juggler yet. That go out and, if you're not going to do it, it's going to be done now, not later. And that's what Goodell has. And you say he is the giant. But Smith he's helping. He's good for players, like you said, First Lady. He is. He's very good for the players. But he just got to do it a little faster. A little more aware of it. I think that would make it a little better. But Goodell would be the one who everybody's pocket's going to be lined and everybody's going to sing Happy New Year. Next.
All right. Dollar bill. First Lady, defend.
Roger Goodell doesn't care what you think of him. His main goal is to make money for his owners. And trust me, he knows how to do this because let's figure. The NFL leads the league in the highest revenue generated. The NFL is the biggest league in sports. Every team in the NFL is making money. Now, Adam Silver, he may be nice. The players may respect him, but he can't say that about the NBA because there are several teams in the NBA losing money. So, Roger Goodell, that's the one thing he knows how to do is make money. Let's look at the recent draft. He turned the NFL draft into a money-making machine. Over 200,000 people came to the draft in Philadelphia. Now, every other city is going to try to outshine each other. And you know what that means? That means money. More money for the NFL.
Ching, ching,
Money on
ching,
money.
ching.
Ching, ching, ching. Dollar bill, dollar bill. So Roger may be ruthless, mean, non-caring about the players, but he sure knows how to make money. Let's try $13 billion per year. I don't say any more.
All right.
Wow.
The First Lady always gets the final word, and that's why she takes us to break.
On the other side of the break, we'll have another performance from Street Corner Renaissance on Shout Out. Please stay tuned.
You are listening to Bras, Panties, and Sports. It's time for Shout Out Part 2, the picks, and the finale. The music flows in from around the globe to get a shout out from the First Lady and the crew. First Lady, over to you.
All right. We have another performance from Street Corner Renaissance. And from their album, Don't Forget to Breathe, we have a track called Life Could Be a Dream. All right, DJ, let's hear this song, Life Could Be a Dream.
Life could be a dream. Life could be a dream. Shoo-doo-doo-doo-shoo.
Life could be a dream if I could take you up to paradise up above, and you would tell me I'm the only one that you love. Life could be a dream, sweetheart. Hello, hello again. Shaboom, it's over with me again. Hell, ding dong, shalangala, langala, 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 whoa, 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 bip. Shadoba, doba, dip. Oh, life could be a dream. Life could be a dream, sweetheart.
Every time I look at you, something is on my mind. If you do what I want you to, hey there, we'd be so fine. Oh, life could be a dream. I want to dream if I could take you up to paradise up above. You tell me, darling, I'm the only one that you love. Life could be a dream. Sweetheart, hello, hello again. Shaboom, it's over, we meet again. Hey, on the ding dong. Shalangala, langala, 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 whoa, 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 bip. Shadoba, doba, dip. Oh, life could be a dream. Life could be a dream, sweetheart. Every time I look at you, something is on my mind. If you do what I tell you to, baby, we'd be so fine. Oh, life could be a dream. If I could take you up to paradise up above. This is the real deal. Tell me, darling, I'm the only one that you love. Life could be a dream. Sweetheart, hello, 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 again, again. Hey, on the ding dong. Shalangala, langala, 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 whoa, 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 bip. Shadoba, doba, dip. Oh, life could be a dream. Life could be a dream. Shoo-doo-doo-doo-shoo.
Okay, life can be a dream. Let's go to the panel to see what they thought about this particular song. All right. Spitface, I'm going to start with you. Did you love this song from Street Corner Renaissance?
I was getting ready to go dig out me some old Shy Light tracks. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go back old. I'm ready to go back old school. Nah, I wasn't big on the platters, but I like the Shy Lights. I was getting ready to go get some of them suspenders, you know. Shoot, man, I'm ready to go have an old school party, have a Dusty's party, and I miss Herb Kent, the cool jit. Shout out to you, brother, up in Soul Heaven, up in Soul Heaven. I you know, but so I got to shout it out. I got to shout it out. Street Corner Renaissance. When you coming to Houston, so I can go check y'all out, cause y'all jams.
Okay. All right, CJ, what did you think about but a dream.
Gotta give it a shout out. Gotta give it a shout out. That Chi-Town, Chi-Light sound, that same mood, same groovy for the sock hops. Remember those? Spitface? Having a good old...
So you're right.
You know, that's right. That's right. You know, and the acapella sound, it was great. Especially that old classic. I think that would touch all generations. All generations. It was a great shout out.
All right, you're going to shout out. Well, you know what? I'm going to barely give it a shout out, and let me explain why. And first of all, no, they are not. I don't see how you compare them to the Shy Lights. The Shy Lights were more of the 70s. They are definitely more like the Platters, like anybody from the 50s. That song, Life.
I didn't say I compared them. I just said they made me want to go pull it out. I wasn't comparing them.
Right, it's not the comparison.
I just said it made me want to go pull out some old school that I like.
Okay, I get you now. Okay,
yeah, you know, it just put me. I'm like, shoot, I want to go pull out some of these old records that I ain't heard.
Yeah, you're right. That was my problem. They put me too much back in the old school, way, way, way back in old school. I didn't like it. I thought they would take the song and make it more uplifting for current, make it more current, but still can do the acapella. So that's the only thing I didn't like about the song, that it did sound too much like the 50s. So I'm going to shout it out with a yo. I'm going to shout out with a yo. So, I still love the acapella. I can't take away from the acapella. I just wish they would have made it sound more current. Well, anyway, that's the end of shout out. If you like what you heard from Street Corner Renaissance, check them out on Old Grumpy Radio. If you would like to be heard or have any comments, please send your emails and tracks to panties@oldgrumpyradio.com. Well, it is time for the picks. Is it time? It's time for the hardwood picks. And I took the title last season. Well, I have two crowns this year, the NFL and the NBA hardwood. Well, I can tell you the way things are looking for me, it doesn't look like that's going to happen. Not at all, because I'm going to go to last week's picks, and Spitface, I have to give it to you. You are still on fire. I mean, this man has not lost any points. He ended up with 800,000 points.
Wow.
I ended up with a minus 105,000 points. CJ, you ended up with a minus 505,000 points. And, we had a question from last week that we couldn't answer because the Clippers and Utah went to 7 games. And the question was, the Clippers will defeat Utah Jazz, and the answer to that was no. So that's why we lost a lot of points this week, CJ, because you and I say yes, and Spitface knew the Utah Jazz was going to beat the Clippers. But anyway, so our grand totals so far, Spitface is just running away with it with 2,220,000 points. CJ is second with minus 215,000 points, and I'm bringing up the rear with minus 785,000 points. So, like anything else, CJ, we don't have to give up hope. We still can do it. So let's get to the current picks. Kevin Durant will have more steals than Kawhi Leonard. 150,000 for the correct answer, minus 150,000 for the incorrect answer. Well, you know what? I had said that Kawhi Leonard will have more steals than James Harden. I was wrong. But I'm still going to say no. Kevin Durant will not have more steals than Kawhi Leonard. Can't say his name today. All right, CJ, what do you think?
I'm going with Leonard.
So you say no?
Right, Leonard's not going to beat Durant.
Now, that's not the question. The question is, Kevin Durant will have more steals than Kawhi Leonard. Kwame, what's his name? Kawhi? His name is Kawhi Leonard. That's why I'm confused. His name is Kawhi Leonard.
Kawhi Leonard will have more steals than Kevin Durant.
Okay, perfect.
I think we agree.
We agree.
We agree.
I agree.
So you say no. Okay. Washington will score more points than Utah. 200,000 for the correct answer, minus 200 for the incorrect answer. Spitface.
Washington.
Okay, I agree with you, Washington. CJ?
I'm going to go with Utah.
So you say no. All right. The Celtics will have more rebounds than the Rockets. 150,000 for the correct answer, minus 200,000 for the incorrect answer. I say no. Spitface.
Celtics will have more rebounds than the Rockets.
So you say
Right.
yes. CJ?
I agree with Spitface.
Okay. San Antonio will win series against the Rockets. 300,000 for the correct answer, minus 250,000 for the incorrect answer. I say yes. CJ?
I'm going with that. San Antonio will win.
You say yes, too.
Yes,
Spitface.
yes.
No.
You sticking with the Houston. All right. So Spitface says no.
They'll be
All
going
right,
seven games. They'll be going 7 games in this one.
Mm-hmm. I think the Spurs will win it in 6, even though Tony Parker is not there. All right. It's time for our outrageous predictions for the week. CJ, what is your outrageous prediction?
Oh, my outrageous prediction is that maybe we can get back up in the 70s around here in Chicago.
No, for you, it's cold. But y'all extending winter this year. Wow.
Yes.
Spitface, what's your outrageous prediction?
Brock Osweiler will be the starting quarterback for the Cleveland Browns and lead them to an 8-8 season.
Yeah, that's really outrageous. My outrageous prediction is Lonzo Ball will not be within the top 5 picks coming up in June for the NBA draft. He will not be in the top 5. Right now he's slated to be number 2, but the way his father keeps talking, he's going to hurt his son and he's going to drop out of the top 5. That's my prediction. All right. Maya Angelou once said, I've learned that you shouldn't go through life with a catcher's mitt on both hands. You need to be able to throw something back. That's Maya Angelou. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. Throw something back into society. All right. Please enjoy the poetic performance at the end of the show. And this has been Cheryl Smith, CJ and Spitface. You have been listening to Bras, Panties, and Sports. And we'll see you back next week.
Change is going to come and I'm first in line. No longer worried because they always going to try and block my shine, but it's time. The tears I cried, they weren't in vain. The battles I fought, they weren't in vain. Stretched and stressed, memory lapse, time gaps. I know if it wasn't for the best keep, secrets dim in my light, but no, I still got fighting me. Dusting myself off so you can see the change in me. No longer have to wear the shade to hide the tears. No longer worried if you'll think that I win or lose. Just the fact that I made it through. See, I had to crawl before I could fly. This flow is mine. See, this one they're going to have to put in the archives next to redemption. I'm back for my pension. Listen, yeah. Seems different. When you felt it, did you taste it? The BS erased. Tired of the hate, tired of being misplaced. Now move closer. Feel the stimulation. Weaklings, I feel your hesitation, and weaklings get devoured. It's so hot you gon' need that cold shower, and I can do it. Don't get it twisted. Making it good like T. Rich and them who motivates my gift just by listening. Are you listening? Sipping. You thirsting for my knowledge. I made it out the projects. What problem? I solved it. Evolved to become that much better. Weather the storms of life. And I'm still hot, still spitting hot fire. And yeah, this sister knows how to change her own tire. So why you trying to leave me behind? I'm ahead of time. 10 steps silver. silver shining, always grinding. My life in the sunshine. See, that was a borrowed line. The rest of this came pouring out one night when I was tired. And yet, I'm still flying high above adversity, putting away childish things. That included his wedding ring when I realized that he wasn't man enough to be with me. See, three's a crowd when you don't know your place. You say I'm changing, yup, and making space. Pariah asked a good question, what's the true value of your face? I can walk away and still win this race, because I'm no longer on the back burner. You heard, she heard. My word, metamorphosis. Time stamp, already served. I got a question. What did you learn?